Hey everyone, Morgan here. So what we are talking about today is making your own DIY food rations. These can be for short-term or long-term. What we are making here, first of all, is hardtack. Hardtack is flour and water. You make it into the consistency of dough like this. You roll it out, and then next you're going to be cutting it out into little squares as uniform as you possibly can make it. And then you're putting little holes in it. These are like little air holes, I guess. It makes it bake a little bit better. Hardtack then goes in the oven for about 10 or 20 minutes, but you want to make sure that they're nice and hard and dried out. That's the point of hardtack, that you're keeping that moisture out. But this is hardtack. It'll last for a long time because it's dry and hard. All right, the next one is going to be making your own canned meals. Now you can buy commercial meals, of course. I think that that's a great thing, buy the canned soups and all these things, but you can also pressure can your own meals at home. There's so many great pressure can recipes for meals that you can make, and they're just so delicious. This is a pork stew that I'm doing right now. This pork stew is so good, and I chopped everything up fresh myself and pressure canned it myself and all this, but you can make your own. But if you don't have a pressure canner, that's okay. Go ahead and purchase already ready commercial canned meals rather, not just like a canned vegetable or a canned fruit or something. No, actually get the canned meals, the soups and stews and all these things. So you have things that are ready to go as a complete meal. Put over rice or potatoes or whatever else you want, right? So the next one's going to be DIY dehydrated meals. You could also do freeze-dried meals as well. This is a cheesy chicken recipe that I wrote the instructions on the outside of the bag on how I'm going to rehydrate this. Now, this is a little tiny bit in here. It's not very much. For my family of 4, I would definitely quadruple this, right? But there's lots of great dehydrated and freeze-dried meals. Basically, anything you eat, like this is another one, this is stroganoff. Anything you eat, recreate it in dehydrated or freeze-dried forms. If you have a dehydrator or freeze dryer, just freeze dry the whole meal in the freeze dryer, or in the dehydrator, dehydrate the individual ingredients as you're seeing here. You can also purchase the individual powders like powdered cheese, powdered tomatoes, things like that. So you can add that to your meals, but you can also grind them up yourself. Of course, dehydrate the tomatoes, grind it up, dehydrate the peas, grind it up. You can try to dehydrate cheese. It can get a little oily, but it still works. Powdered cheese is great. And then I just seal it up here. The dehydrated meals in Mylar bags last a long time, whether they're dehydrated or freeze-dried. Since I have a freeze dryer, I use my freeze dryer a lot, and I will freeze dry meals with that. But if all you have is a dehydrator, go make your meals. So the next one is DIY ration bars. I really like these ration bars. I have a recipe on my blog that I'm going to put down in the description about several different varieties of ration bars that I make. I like to add protein and peanut butter and oats and fiber and anything that I can use in there to actually make them so that they're a little more nutritious instead of just like oats and peanut butter. Like that's fine, but that's not going to be like a full, fill you up a little bit. And the fiber helps, of course. But you want to put it in the oven until they are dry. So it's kind of like the hardtack. We want to make sure that these are going to be lasting longer. Usually this is on a very, very low setting for like 15, 20 minutes, something like that. 200 degrees, 15, 20 minutes. And they will come out hard. We're thinking about hardtack, kind of in the sense of we want to try to remove as much moisture as possible. You can always dip these things in like coffee or soups, and maybe not this in soup, that wouldn't taste very good, but dip it in something to rehydrate it a little bit and make it go down easier. And the last one is trail mix. Trail mix is a great ration, right? The nuts are short term. Okay, they will go rancid after some time, but how long? 1 to 2 years, nuts will be good. You can make nuts actually last longer by putting it in the freezer. Now, this is a trail mix that I got from Kirkland, Costco. I love this Kirkland trail mix. My kids love it, so we just keep a stash of it, right? So you can throw this entire thing in the freezer, and this will be great. You can also make your own, like to add, if you don't want the M&Ms or whatever, just add like your favorite nuts with some coconut shavings and some dried fruits. Now I'm currently dehydrating fruits. You can freeze dry your own fruits as well and put those in with the nuts. But yeah, dehydrated or freeze dried fruits are really a great addition to any nuts and trail mix options. What are some other good DIY rations that you may be able to make for short-term and long-term needs, whether that's just for hiking or emergency preparedness or whatever? You just want to go for a picnic or a road trip or whatever. You just want to have these things on hand. Anything works. Let me know down in the comments. Be sure to check out the links in my description for any and all recipes for these things. Thank you all so much for watching Conquer Tomorrow by Preparing today. Talk to you later. Bye.